If two people sell the same service, one looks like a high-level expert and the other one looks like a beginner just starting out, who's going to get the sale? People don't want to take risks. They want a safe, proven, trusted option. That's why big creators manufacture authority fast. They don't wait years to earn it, they hack it. So in this video, I'm going to show you the authority growth system, a step-by-step process that allows your brand to look 10 times bigger, 10 times more credible, and 10 times more trustworthy. So clients take you seriously and start DMing you first. So let's get into it. So I've spent a lot of time putting this video together. You can see we've got a lot of resources to go through, a lot of good charts, a lot of good examples. No, you definitely got a lot of value with this. So let's make it a quick one. So the authority growth system that makes your personal brand seem established to get clients. It's all about perceived authority and getting higher client conversion. So we will cover social proof stacking. So how we're going to manufacture authority even if you are new to doing content and personal branding, positioning your content so people assume you're an expert, and borrowing credibility from bigger brands and influencers and creators to be able to grow faster. So we're kind of doing a little leeching method here. You can see I've got a micro personal brand channel, only has nearly 2k subs, but I get a lot of opportunities from this in my agency, for my own offer, coaching, stuff like that. You can see we're getting DMs all the time, my free Discord, stuff like that. So let's go into the psychology of authority first. So why do clients trust big brands over the small ones, even if they aren't always the best? Look at these brands. So technically, Elon, I'll go back to Elon, give me a sec. So we've got Apple, Nike, Lamborghini, Louis Vuitton, obviously all subjective, but you can't lie. These are some of the biggest brands in the game, specifically Apple. So look, they're perceived as experts. They have a large following and engagement. They have authority signals and they appear in demand. Nearly everyone has some type of Apple product. Nike, they've been one of the leading kind of brands in the fitness game for ages. And Elon Musk, look at this guy here, richest person in the world. Whether you like him or not, he is kind of the biggest personal brand in the world. And look, even if you're watching this, even if you don't do content, you do have a personal brand in some way, shape or form. Even if you have an Instagram with 1 or 2 posts, you still have that digital footprint. Everyone has a personal brand. It's just about if you use it the right way and effectively. So let's go into now why, because again, for our case, we're talking about doing, YouTube content, building a micro personal brand in a niche area to be able to get leads for our agency, to be able to get high ticket clients for our coaching offer. So why do clients ignore small brands then, okay? Even if they're cheaper and even if they are better, it's because a lot of the time they have no proof of success. They feel too new and untested. There is no authority building content and they just look desperate for clients. So clients don't just buy based on skill, they buy based on who looks most credible, safest, and proven. So imagine you watching this needed a business mentor. You find 2 options. The first one has 50 or whatever amount of K followers, a bunch of testimonials and have been featured on podcasts. The second one has no audience. They don't have any social proof. They've just started posting content recently. Who are you going to trust more? Even if, look, this second person is better, they don't look like the best, do they? And that's fair enough. And it's part of the problem. So the goal of this system I'm about to explain to you today is to make you the person that instantly looks like the authority, so people trust you before they even talk to you. So say you're getting on a sales call to sell a high ticket client. It's not really a sales call anymore. You are getting on with someone who wants to buy from you. They are just wanting to throw money at you. So let's talk about the 6 authority signals that instantly make you look more credible. So you can manufacture this in 30 days. We'll go into timeline a little bit further, but these are the 6 authority signals that instantly make you look better and more credible that 99% of people in your niche. So I'll do a quick rundown on all of them first, and then we can break down a few of them. So social proof stacking, so things like testimonials, wins, and engagement. Borrowed credibility, so this is using big names, mentioning big names. Doesn't exactly mean you need to work with them, but I'll explain that. Omnipresence, so this is authority-based content, premium visuals being stuff like that. Media features, so even small blogs or podcasts, they all create trust. Content positioning, this is just being seen everywhere on social media. Ways you can do that, again, with a micro personal brand. Offer framing, so making your offer seem exclusive and in demand. They are the 6 main ones, okay? The 6 main authority signals. So social proof stacking, so it's got to look like people already trust you. So if your brand looks trusted, people automatically assume you're legit, okay? No matter what you're doing. Again, course, agency, whatever. That's good because this video is going to apply to literally anyone doing content to help make money. So screenshot testimonials, engagement, success stories, even small ones, okay? Show results in your own business. So money you've made, the growth stats, the engagement. Look, I help people make money online, but I'm also in the process and have been for a while now documenting the actual money I make. Not from them, but from everything in online business and things I'm doing, okay? You might say, oh, look, well, I don't have any wins, I don't have any clients. You don't really need to, okay? You just got to prove you know what you're talking about. You can get a friend who help do what you want to do, okay? You document the journey, you screenshot results, you got your results. It's all about just getting as much kind of proof as you can and social stack it, and we will talk about how you can then present that soon. Borrowed credibility, so using bigger names to build your own brand. So for example, feature big names in your content. So I studied Alex Hormozi's strategy and here's how I applied it, okay? So you're not exactly saying like, look, podcast with Alex Hormozi, but you're still using that name and leeching it off. So people, obviously, when they go and you're doing like a top of funnel content video or whatever for that matter, they see your video pop up on the algorithm on the For You page. They don't know who you are. They don't know, but they know Alex Hormozi. They know he knows what the fuck he's talking about and he has a good funnel and systems and strategy and they want to know about it, okay? But they watch that video and then they go, damn, this guy knows what he's talking about. I'm going to watch more of these videos. You know what I mean? So it's kind of using big names and leeching off that to build credibility, okay? Again, I know we aren't saying, it's all about building trust and we aren't saying you work with this person, but it's just adding that little bit of credibility, using those big names and attaching them to your brand. Even getting featured in small blogs, podcasts, local media, even like other kind of small creators in the area. Not in the area, in your niche, industry, whatever. Any mention, it makes you look better. For example, I have a podcast, okay? Or I guess it's a podcast. I do a podcast, Success Unfiltered, and I've only done one episode so far. In the making of doing a lot more of some high value people. The first episode of it was with Max Sweeney, okay? He runs a 30k per month agency. We hopped on and talked for an hour and a half. I uploaded it on my channel, but also he's getting into personal branding. So he doesn't have a big brand, but I know one day he will, okay? And he's going to share the clips on his channel as well. So even though right now he has a small channel, it may have not seemed worth it for me to collab with him. Long run, it definitely is, okay? Because I'll be able to get some attention from people on his channel to come to my channel. Does that make sense? So finding people you can kind of invest your time in, and that is how kind of you have to play that long-term game if you are a small creator, because you can't go and get Iman Ghazi and all these big people on your podcast day one, okay? Now, Omnipresence, so making it feel like you are everywhere, okay? I think I may have switched. That's all good. Who cares? It's all info. So people trust brands they see repeatedly across different platforms. So repurpose content across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X. Soon I will show you the step-by-step system on how you can get a YouTube video and cross-promote it in a lot of different ways to every single platform easily. But I just want to quickly touch on, like, look at the streamers, guys. Oh, hell, let me get out this. Look at the streamers. They have cracked the code of, like, making it feel like they're just everywhere, you know what I mean? So you cannot open your TikTok or Reels, you cannot scroll without seeing these streamers, okay? So it's just similar to that, like you just have to be everywhere. So media features, so the secret authority hack no one uses. So again, this is well, I've already kind of talked about this. This is the podcast I did with Max Sweeney. So get featured in any online publication you can. Even small ones will make your brand look huge, okay? So content positioning now. So how to talk about your business matters. So don't just say, I offer coaching. Say, I help six-figure entrepreneurs build brands that attract clients on autopilot. So your visuals, branding, and message, it should all feel premium, okay? All feel like a premium package that you're offering. Which takes us to the offer framing. So the way you present your offer, it creates demand. So make it seem exclusive and premium. For example, you only take a certain amount of clients each month. People want what feels limited and high value, and it's true. Okay, now just real quick, this is kind of a step-by-step kind of overview, okay? We're going to dive into it deeper. Again, doesn't mean you follow this, boom, it's going to work. But this is a very kind of rough 7-day authority acceleration plan, okay? So day one, we're going to optimize the profile. So I've done videos and I will do more videos. Again, I know this is a lot of information, but nurturing leads through Instagram, okay? So whether you do get a lot of your sources from X or from YouTube, obviously I'm biased, I say YouTube, you're funneling people into your Instagram most of the time. Your Instagram DMs to follow you, to see Instagram stories and nurture more, to eventually push them into your main big package, okay? But that's why it's super important to make sure you've got your profile optimized. So make sure you have a clear bio, a clear profile pic of you, a call to action in your bio, which a lot of the time will be to DM you, Okay, just make sure it is all optimized and professional. You're posting, you've got relevant content, you're posting on stories. Day 2. Now we're going to start posting some social proof, okay? So we got to post a micro win testimonial, even if it's small. Now this can be a lot of different things. It can be a written testimonial, it can be a video testimonial. They are very good, okay? It can be a win you got for a client, again, a friend, a win for you. Just some sort of win, some sort of social proof on day 2. Day 3, write a viral authority tweet or thread. So obviously through Instagram, the new threads thing, a lot of people aren't taking advantage of that, but it is a very good way, again, to nurture. But you can use X if you like. We've talked about trying to get featured in some sort of blog or podcast. Again, it's going to automatically get on someone. There's going to be a little bit of work back and forth, joining communities, talking to people, but you got to get that in motion from day 4, okay? Day 5, now, same kind of thing with these 2 things, but engaging with high-level people and trying to get noticed. Day 6, drop a lead generating post. So this is like lead magnets again. I'll do a video on lead magnets, but that's offering free trainings and courses, PDFs, things like that. A lot of the time it would be in exchange for like emails, but some sort of lead generating posts. And then day 7, you can announce your offer like you're already a success, okay? Now, obviously this is a bit bullshit. It's just a rough guide, but at the end of the day, we're going to make sure we're optimized, social proof, leeching off big creators doing some sort of podcast, lead generation, and offer, okay? So let's dive into it deeper now. So the no experience, because a lot of people watching this may not be very experienced in this, the authority hack. So how to look like an expert even if you're a beginner. So step by step. Step 1, find and study the top 5 authorities in your niche. So for example, look at people like this. If you're in kind of the sales or gym or whatever, you'd be looking at Alex Hormozy. Sales in general is always Alex Hormozy. SMMA, agency, personal brand, you look at Iman Gadzhi. You look at, say you're doing dropshipping, or even, he's more online business in general now. Go to Jordan Welsh. And AJ currently, he's not as big as those guys, but I just thought he's one of the best, in my opinion, kind of crypto Forex creators out there, more Forex, sorry. So I definitely, people like that, you got to find the best authorities in your niche. And then you're going to go to step 2 and you're going to analyze what makes them stand out, okay? So watch the whole video. Look how they kind of offer their packages without offering, you know what I mean? It's not like they're always saying, awesome, if you like this video, click the link in the description. I do this, okay? They push you into the funnel. They may say, look, follow me on Instagram, do this, sign up for my mailing list, and then dive deep and try to find, okay, exactly what is their actual offer though. So Hormozy, he's got his books, whether he uses it as lead magnet or for sale, he's got his books. Iman's gone through a few different businesses, but this is Educate, so an online education system. I believe this is low ticket, okay? So you're doing copywriting, go into a copywriter's email list and look at the emails, look at how you fall into the funnel. So analyze what makes them stand out, okay? And then this is how you're going to move on to now position yourself in your own content as a curator, not an expert, all right? So already we're trying to do kind of micro niching, because if you try to do a broad topic and you're trying to fight against the big dogs of all their high production content, it's going to take you a lot longer to get noticed, okay? You're going to have to get a little bit lucky. But you micro niche yourself and you don't try and be an expert. Like if you are not making much money, you got a small personal brand and channel, you're better off just you're not trying to position yourself as an expert, because you're not trying to teach the top people you're not trying to coach people who may actually be better than you, okay? As long as you're a few steps ahead of someone, and that's the whole point, okay? Being transparent, being honest, like me. I'm not the best and I don't know everything about online business. Sure, I'm pretty good. I've been doing this for years now. Does that mean I'm as good as all these experts? No, okay? But I'm definitely a few steps ahead of a lot of people who may be watching this video or wanting to get into online business. So the point I'm trying to make is don't try to be an expert in your field. I know that's the whole point, okay? But we're trying to build authority, not really being an expert in a way. So I guess that's a lie. And then it kind of transitions to this one, but showcase your learning process publicly. So document, don't just teach, okay? Because you're on this learning journey as well. So this is a screenshot from a recent video I did where I'm talking about a deal I'm trying to close, problems I'm having with it, day-to-day life, a bit of, showing my personality a little bit, doing some vlog stuff. But yeah, so find and study the top 5 authorities in your niche, analyze what makes them stand out. Sorry about that. Analyze what makes them stand out, position yourself as a curator instead of an expert, while building your offer around these things. And again, make sure you're always showcasing your own learning. So the biggest myth in personal branding is that you need years of experience to be an authority, and that is false, because authority is not about how long you've been in the game, it's about how people perceive you today. So instead of waiting until you're successful to become a curator and do your own offer, study the top 5 to 10 people in your niche, okay? Write down the best insights and then just use it in your own way. So people will associate you with the knowledge you share even if you didn't create it, okay? But you don't want to copy it either. So if you're in business coaching, you can say, I've been studying how the top 1% of entrepreneurs structure their business, and I've noticed how they all follow one rule, ... You can explain it again. So another example of how you kind of leash off these big names. And again, that's kind of the whole point of this. So to understand how you can then do your offer and also to repurpose it into content, okay? And leashing their names. So by sharing valuable insights consistently, you naturally build trust and position yourself as someone to follow. Nice, we're doing good, guys. I'm nearly there. So let's talk about the Omnipresence method now. So how to make it feel like you are everywhere. So I'll break these down again, but just a rough little go through. So we're going to turn one piece of content into 10 with the content multiplication strategy. We're going to be active on the right platforms, not just one. We're going to use cross promotion to keep people moving through your content ecosystem. We're going to engage ourselves in high traffic areas like comment sections in groups, communities, DMs, and leverage small podcasts and features to get discovered more and scale and build our following. So if people don't see you often, they forget about you. As simple as that. So the fastest way to build authority is make it feel like you are everywhere. How do you do it? Even with limited content. You're gonna, let's say we do this, okay? So post one deep and valuable piece of content. For example, a YouTube long form post, a video, or some sort of podcast. We're now gonna turn that into 10 smaller pieces, okay? So that can be on X, it could be with photos on carousels, on reels, information of it could be turned into an email newsletter. And then we're going to engage in comment sections of big pages. Your name will start popping up everywhere, okay? We got to keep sharing all of these things. We got to put all of this information everywhere we can, not just post it. So an example of this, so if you post a YouTube video, repurpose it like this. So YouTube video, you're going to cut certain pieces of that into reels or shorts. You're going to get information you're talking about and do it as a Twitter thread or on threads or on X. You can use it as an email for your email list. You can get photos and use it as your like an IG carousel post to promote the whole video. You can talk about it on a podcast. So one video shouldn't just be one video and boom, that's it. We've got to get into repurposing, okay? Now, the main thing with this is make sure you're still focusing on YouTube, okay? YouTube is the main one. If you're just focusing on TikTok, Instagram, sure. It might be easier to grow a larger following fast, but they probably don't qualify it if you're doing a high ticket offer, okay? But it's more good YouTube and Instagram to funnel into your YouTube videos, okay? Reason being, Instagram and TikTok, people are only watching your videos for a maximum like a minute, a few minutes at a time. YouTube, they're watching 20, 30 plus minutes of your content per video, okay? So they're getting to know you, your personality, how you talk, your knowledge, your information, you know what you're talking about. So the point I'm trying to make here, and I went a little bit off topic, is make sure you are still focusing on one, which I highly recommend you do YouTube, but also don't let all this extra stuff like Reels, Instagram take not much time, but don't let it take away from what you're doing on YouTube and the input you're putting in, but also don't ignore the opportunities that can come from repurposing. I think that made sense how I explained that. So to finish that a little bit off, so when people see your name multiple times across different platforms, they assume you're a big deal because you're just everywhere. So the high status content formula. So how to actually create authority driven content that will build trust, because not all content builds authority, even if you are constantly posting and repurposing. So here's what does. So weak content examples. So generic motivation post or recycling business advice from all the top creators or other people and not putting your own twist on it. There's no clear target audience and you don't really have any engagement, like a lot of people commenting or interacting with your posts. Sorry, I'm getting some water. I'm talking a lot. This is a good video so far. And that was a bit of an info dump, but I promise you guys, this is super valuable. I'm trying to do videos. Sorry, I keep clicking on this whiteboard. I'm trying to do videos that I wish I had when, I was trying to get into online business. Like, this is the information I wish I had earlier. So make sure all these videos you're watching in depth, start to finish. I know sometimes it might be a little bit boring, but look, it's work. We want to get rich, so take notes. So what will authority building content is niche specific insight. So not just doing broad online business stuff, diving deep into niches. Okay, we've got to find a way to stand out. Personal frameworks and case studies, okay? Because these are unique. These are things that no one else can talk about. They're your frameworks, your case studies. You got to speak directly to your ideal client. So again, you're making content that is straight to the people that want to buy from you, or say, for another example, it's not just from you, but people you want to get in contact with if you need to get setters for your agency to do outreach. But the point is, directly to ideal clients, your content, and say stuff that actually sparks discussion or debates or talk in DMs. So obviously the most popular one is, comment the word whatever, I'll DM you, or what do you guys think about this, doing a poll, but actually ask questions, say something that might be a little bit debatable, get people arguing in your comment sections, okay? You got to get engagement to get this authority-driven content. So most people post content that gets ignored because they don't position themselves as an expert. So what works? Content that, all right? So show unique insights and deep expertise, not just the hustle posts, okay? So not just showing what you're doing, actually show how you're doing it. Use storytelling, because people remember stories, not just facts, okay? People like storytelling, and you want to make people feel like they're learning from a real expert. So here's an example post framework that does build authority and gets DMs. So number one, start with a bold claim or some sort of insight. We've talked about a few of those before. This guy looked into Alex Hormozi's $100 million funnel. This is what I found. Also, tell a short personal story or case study. So, I was doing this for so long, I wasn't getting clients, but until I changed this one thing, I did this, blah, 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 you know what I mean? And then break that down into actionable steps on how that actually happened, and always end it with some sort of CTA, soft CTA funnel, DM you on Instagram for engagement, okay? So instead of posting, look, hard work pays off. Say, here's how I closed my 5K client without cold DMs. 3 lessons that changed my business forever. Be very specific, very niche. So when your content feels high status, people assume you are high status. I promise we are nearly done. We're getting there. Talking very fast as well, because I don't want to waste your time, but I also know it's a lot of info. But nearly there, I promise. This is the last bit. So the premium offer positioning. So how to make your services feel, fuck me. I'm sorry. But it's alright. Whenever I click on this, the camera comes up and it gives me the shits. How to make your services feel exclusive and in demand. So a weak offer positioning. So you offer coaching calls, or this is open to everyone, just a generic language. Okay, that is a very weak offer positioning. I will do a whole video on offers, but a strong offer positioning is you help high-level entrepreneurs scale to 20K per month. It's saying exactly what you do. You can niche down even more. You help people ages, whatever. I help males ages 21 and plus from America do this to X amount of money. You know what I mean? Be very specific with what your offer is. I'm sorry. Because it will help you make content to your ideal audience, okay? Make sure you have scarcity. You're only doing limited amount of spots available. And make sure you have a clear transformation promise and risk reversal. For example, if I don't get your results, get your money back. So if your offer feels just too available to everyone, too broad, too generic, people aren't going to be paying premium prices from that, especially from you with a small audience. It just doesn't make sense at all. You wouldn't do that, so why would they? So how do you make your offer feel high value? Well, we talked about it. So make it sound very specific and results driven. So you're not just offering coaching calls. No, you're helping someone make X amount of money. You're adding exclusivity. Exclusivity. Sorry, I don't like that word. I only take 5 clients per month, 3 clients per month, 1 client per month, okay? Damn, I got to get in. He's only taking a certain amount of clients per month. I guess that means he's a busy man. I guess that means he's focusing on a certain amount of people. He's not just trying to flog his cash to everyone. Does that make sense? So using scarcity for that, and make sure everything is very premium. Your branding, your messaging, your content, everything feels very premium to your client. So we went through that example. So when your offer feels exclusive, people want it more. So again, that was a lot. So let's do a quick little summary. So authority isn't about time, it's about the perceived perception, whatever, okay? If you don't look like a trusted expert, clients are not going to take you seriously no matter how skilled you are, okay? In this video, we broke down how to manufacture this authority fast so clients see you as the go-to expert in your space by implementing social proof stacking, bro, credibility, omnipresence, premium content positioning, strong offer framing, and you can shortcut years of brand building and make your business look 10 times bigger instantly, okay? So execute this properly, use the 7-day or whatever you want to do. Just watch this video a few times and use the authority acceleration plan and the omnipresence funnel to repurpose content strategically across platforms. But it's not all about that, okay? Make sure you have clear content. When people see your name everywhere, they assume you're an authority. The more you build trust, the more you nurture, the more high tickets clients that will come to you without you having to chase them and do outreach and paid ads. So it's time to execute. Apply these strategies today. Watch your brand grow fast, all right? Free community, just join it. First link in the description. That's all I'm going to say about it. If you want to join it, you can. There's a lot of good high value people in there. If you don't want to, whatever, your loss. But yeah, so just going back, like make sure guys, you are really doing value. The main thing is value, okay? You can watch all this stuff on trying to, okay, build trust. I'm posting everywhere. I'm posting every single day. At the end of the day, even if it is broad content, as long as it's valuable content and you're a few steps ahead of someone, you keep going, you will get clients, okay? But if you want to make money fast in the online business personal branding area, building trust and authority literally is the reason why you are making 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures monthly, you know? And that's me as well, what I'm learning and trying to get better at myself to try and get a multiple 5-figure kind of personal brand going here. So I'll share everything I work with in depth. This is things I've been working on recently, so I thought I'd share this with you guys. Subscribe because it really does help me. It helps more people see this info, they can learn from it. Okay, DM me on Instagram. Here's my little call to action. So this is what I'm doing in the video. I'll say DM me on Instagram. I don't have any appointment setters in my DMs. It's me personally you're talking to. If you have any question, literally at all, just ask me a question. I've spent hours every day going through my DMs, my emails, my community DMs or chats, helping people out for completely free. Okay, so do that at Cameron Jeans, link in the description as well. I'm going to the beach. You can see I'm in the singlet. Just had to get this video filmed. Have a good day, boys, and I'll see you soon.